Let's talk about the modern battlefield. I'm not talking about land, sea, or air. I'm talking about cyberspace. And in this high-stakes digital world, victory really depends on having the right tools and, actually knowing how to use them.
Okay, so let's get right into it. We're going to build your ultimate digital arsenal. We'll break down the 5 absolute must-have network tools that every single cybersecurity pro needs to master. Whether you're defending a massive corporation or just trying to sharpen your own skills, these are the weapons that make all the difference on the front lines. First up, we've got to talk about the foundation of all network defense. You need to see what's going on. And for that, there's Wireshark. Now, don't think of it as just some boring log analyzer. Imagine a tool that literally turns your network traffic into this holographic stream of data, letting you see every single packet as its own little pulse of light. And this is where that visibility becomes real power. With Wireshark, you're not just reading a report after the fact. You are watching the battle unfold in real time. You can actually see a piece of malware glowing red as it tries to phone home. You can trace the path of a denial of service attack as it just floods your servers, or pinpoint the exact single faulty protocol that's slowing everything down. It's the absolute ground truth of your network. So the takeaway here is simple. You just can't fight what you can't see. Wireshark lights up the entire digital battlefield. It strips away all the shadows and gives you this godlike view you need to understand every conversation, every threat, and every little vulnerability on your network. Okay, so once you can see all the data flying around, you need a map of the terrain, right? That's where Nmap, the network mapper, comes in. Think of this thing as a tactical sonar system. It sends out these little digital pings to build a live, interactive map of your entire network landscape. Nmap's whole mission is reconnaissance. It sweeps the network to find every single device that's connected, figures out what services they're running, and probes for every open port. The digital doors and windows into your systems. This is how you find that unauthorized server someone hid under their desk, or a forgotten firewall rule that left a critical system totally exposed. It just paints a complete picture of your attack surface. And this is what makes it so strategically important. Nmap forces you to see your own network through an attacker's eyes. You don't just see the systems you built, you see the exact targets of opportunity that an attacker would go for first. It's all about knowing your own weaknesses before they can be used against you. All right, so you've lit up the traffic and you've mapped out the terrain. Now what? Well, now you run a war game. And this is where we bring out the heavy artillery, the Metasploit framework. This is not just a tool, it's a powerful combat simulator for running ethical, completely controlled attacks against your own defenses. Metasploit lets you really get into the mindset of an attacker. With its huge library of exploits, you can launch a simulated breach to see exactly how your security controls hold up under fire. Do your defenses hold the line, or do they just crack under the pressure? It's the ultimate training ground for your security team, and honestly, the best way to show leadership what a real-world risk looks like. And this right here, this is the heart of proactive security. If you want to build an impenetrable fortress, you have to first learn how to tear it down. By finding and fixing the flaws yourself, you're neutralizing threats long before a real adversary even gets a chance. Metasploit is the engine that drives this whole offense is the best defense approach. So while you're busy running your attack simulations, the real world doesn't just stop, right? You need automated 24/7 surveillance. So meet your digital sentinels, intrusion detection systems, or IDS. We're talking about industry powerhouses like Snort and Circada. These are basically the AI watchtowers that never sleep and they never ever blink. And IDS is your live threat dashboard. It is constantly analyzing network traffic. It uses signature-based detection to spot known enemy tactics, like a familiar piece of malware. But, and this is crucial, it also uses anomaly-based detection to spot a ghost in the machine, subtle, weird behavior that could signal a brand new zero-day attack. Every single detection flashes up as a critical alert for your Security Operations Center, or your SOC. And the main point here is just the sheer speed and scale of modern networks. Let's be real, no human team can watch billions of packets every second. It's just not possible. We need automated systems that use machine learning and sophisticated pattern recognition to spot that one single malicious packet in a tidal wave of data, and to do it instantly. Okay, let's move on to our final tool, which focuses on what is really the modern front line of cyber warfare, web applications. For this area, the undisputed champion is Burp Suite.
It's a complete toolkit for deconstructing and totally stress testing the security of websites, APIs, and mobile apps. So, Burp Suite works as this intelligent man in the middle. It basically puts itself inside the data stream between a user's browser and the web server. It intercepts every single request and response, allowing testers to surgically inspect and even manipulate the data to find critical flaws like SQL injection, cross-site scripting, you'll hear that called XSS, and broken authentication logic. And this is exactly why it's so critical right now. Our entire digital world runs on these interconnected apps and APIs, so naturally, that's where attackers are focusing all their efforts. Burp Suite is the specialized weapon designed to secure this exact high-value territory before it can be compromised. So let's put the whole playbook together, because this isn't just a list of tools, it's a layered defense strategy. You light up the data streams with Wireshark. You paint the tactical map with Nmap. You run combat drills against your own fortress with Metasploit. You deploy your AI sentinels with an IDS, and you secure all those public-facing gateways with Burp Suite. See? Together, they create this cycle of continuous visibility, testing, and protection. In cybersecurity, the best defense is a proactive, intelligent offense. These 5 tools are the absolute cornerstone of that strategy. They empower you to see, to map, to test, and to defend your digital world. The arsenal is right there at your fingertips. The command center is yours. The only question is, are you ready to take control?